EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the StubHub Center, 20 miles south of downtown L.A. Tonight, we wrap up Week 11 with a good Monday nighter between the Buffalo Bills and the Los Angeles Chargers. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1. Oh, look at the Jew. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hut!
56 the mic, boys. 56. Check, 56. Good. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
On first down, Allen into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone.
Hey, go orange. Orange.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. Trent Murphy, the one to bring him down. Now the Bills will take another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down only to the 18. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10.
And as we've seen throughout this season, it's no picnic trying to score touchdowns against this unit. They're ranked number 1 against the run. But it's also difficult because it's not easy to throw the ball against them either.
On 3rd down, Rivers. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board, ended up settling for 3.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. The Bills getting set to go. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. Melvin Ingram able to get in there and drop him behind the line.
No. Check. Patriot. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney.
Allen looks to throw on second down. Being chased out left. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, you know, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
All day, defense, all day.
Over.
From the gun, it's Allen. Flushed out right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, and the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Rivers now to throw on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 12, and they will take over with a football just outside of the 10 at the 12-yard line. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention, but sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
Now Allen. He hits Beasley right side. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
They only got a yard out of that last completion.
No,
and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Patriot! Detroit!
Now the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup. And now they've got a 3rd down and 8.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
Now let's go! 3-19! 3-19!
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
Detroit!
Whip. Watch the whip.
On third down, here's McCoy. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1. And Hauschka's kick is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Gun!
49's the mic. 49's the mic. All right.
Gun!
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, and he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line.
51's the mic.
Load it! Yeah, rock it.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
5-4. Wider.
They go back to Gordon here on first down. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
Hey, I want to go load it. Load it.
Rush in.
Hey.
Motion.
12. Keep it skinny. 5-4.
Now a second down throw for Rivers. He's going to air one out. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey.
5-4. Hey, Delta. 0. Plate.
Check 24.
Plate. Hey, 79.
Lucky.
Hey.
Ship.
Behind.
From the gun, Rivers. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Williams. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination, but they find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's
Detroit,
find out.
Detroit! Over!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Allen. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here we go. Watch it now, Barney. He's coming.
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. William Hayes able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard.
Shift.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
Over!
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage.
Kill. Hey, turn it up.
Leopard!
Boys, 56. Check, 56.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over!
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Dancing to his left. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their history. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play.
And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. Jerry Hughes. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. So it's third and long for the Chargers and Rivers after the sack.
Tight right.
White.
Hey, boys, we got 4 down.
Hey, 79. 79.
43's the mic.
12. 80 high.
To throw is Rivers. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they load him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney. Hut.
And here's Allen to throw again. Flush to his right. Wide open receiver complete. It's a pickup of 17 on that one and a Bills first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Gun.
Wide, get wide.
Watch him now, Barney. Hut.
First down, and they're going to throw without it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown. That'll bring up 2nd down. With the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
Gun.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. And this one caught by Beasley. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The Bills on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Patriot. Gun. Watch him now, Barney. Detroit. Hut.
Now Allen again, eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
Really good, smart play by the defense, understanding 3rd and short, guarding the first down sticks, and being able to make a play on the football and bat it down.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, there's something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. Jerry Hughes on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We'll come back to Southern California after this.
49, guys. Mike, 49.
Watch him now, Barney. Over.
On second down, here's Allen. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
49's the Mike. Watch 49.
Leopard. Gun.
49's the Mike.
To throw on third down, Allen. Steps away to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
If you rank one from the bottom in statistics, that's usually not good in this league. And this team, one from the bottom in sacks, but somehow they've got 3 in this game. What's going on?
I know, they're 31 of 32. They better be careful, or they're going to be top 30 in the league. So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. We've got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1.
4 down. Check. 4 down.
Hey, White. Hey, I'm going to go load it.
Ringo.
A second down throw for Rivers. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
0. Ready. Hey, Rocket.
A first down throw here for Rivers. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
5-4.
43 is the mic.
White. Hey.
First down, Rivers. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Here you go, man.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
Come on.
Four down.
Hey, go orange. Orange.
Motion.
Yeah, rock it. 5-4. Done. Get hot.
They'll throw again. Rivers going for the deep ball. And that one will fall incomplete.
Check.
Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And an alley to run. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a first down.
Okay. Alpha! Set. Hey, go orange 5-4.
Rivers on first down. Flushed out. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And that one will be no good. He never had it on line. It's well wide to the left. So if you like field goals, this is your game. 6-3, 3 field goals at the break. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Hey, Rocket.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
12.
Easy. 4 down. Even.
Hey, go orange. Orange. 12.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
10.
Buffalo wall. White. Load it.
Hey, Mike 51.
Done.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. The Chargers on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 15.
4 down, 4 down.
Keep it skinny. 5-4.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Q.
Operating from the gun. Rivers. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Jerry Hughes in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Here's Britton Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Over.
Allen will try again on 2nd down. The left side completion to Jones. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a pickup of 17 on that one and a Bills first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bills will extend their lead. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Check.
Hey, Delta! Hey, Delta!
On 1st and 10, Rivers. It's caught on the right side, Williams. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, Something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open. That makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
White! Buffalo wall!
Check motion.
2nd down, Rivers. Going up top. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
What a job by this defense all game long. They've come together and really said, no one's crossing our goal line, and they're definitely not going to start right now.
You can just see the dejection. Feel like nothing is working offensively. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey! Keep it skinny. 5-4.
Stay at home.
12.
On 3rd down, Rivers. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Here's Britton Colquitt now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And now out come the Bills. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Leopard!
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Forced out to his left. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Give him 30 yards there.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Over!
Allen now on 1st down, sliding out of the pocket. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
What's the old adage, be quick but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Here we go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. From the gun, it's Allen. And that's caught by Beasley. And give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Leopard!
out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Hot!
Check, 93's the mic, 93's the
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Hot!
Now flags will come in. One of the Bills got going a little early. That's going to set him back 5 yards. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Watch left. Check pass, check pass. Shift.
Watch him now, Barney.
Check, 93's the mic, 93's the mic.
Over. Hot!
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. On the left side, he finds Beasley. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It's a 14-yard pickup, but it'll still be 2nd down.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Gun!
You got tight right there.
Hot! Over! Here we go now. Blue 90.
Now Allen throwing on 2nd down. He's going to sling this. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. In for the score. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers getting set to go. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
3 down.
They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Check 26.
Back now at the StubHub Center in Carson. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4.
Watch the whip.
Set. Green 80.
Mike, 49. Yep.
Hey, Delta.
Check.
White.
49's the
Q.
Now a 2nd down throw for Rivers. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Trent Murphy. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Watch you now, Barney. Barney. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Watch you now, Barney. Barney. Stay with your man.
So after the INT, it's Allen. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Watch you now, Barney. Barney. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Watch you now, Barney. Barney.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watched that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right? Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
On third and long, it's Allen. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still three-score game, though, fourth quarter. Now Gordon on first down. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Ship! 49.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. An agile move, but not a huge gain. Dropped at the 25. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
12.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down.
Hey, go orange. Orange.
Watch 49.
Keep it skinny. Hey, Rocket. 5-4.
From the gun, Rivers. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And he'll actually lose 6 yards on the return, but I don't think they care. They've got the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. My music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you get the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Back to the air on second down. It's Allen. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, Setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
The Bills send the punter out as he's on here to punt it away. And the Chargers coming out on the field now. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it? Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Rivers now to throw on first down. Over the middle, it's complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Orange. Keep it skinny.
49, guys. Mike.
Hey, Delta.
Hey, keep it.
Brown.
Slams.
5-4. Get hot.
On 3rd down, Rivers looking deep downfield. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Buffalo wall.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 13. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
49's the mic. Watch 49. Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field.
Leopard.
Shift. Check. 31. Check 31.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
39's the mic.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
Charles.
So Allen's going to look to throw, escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there at 22. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Mike's 49. Mike's 49.
No. Check. Patriot. Patriot.
Got it, son.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
Kill. Turn up.
Punt.
On first down, Allen. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 40. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Tight left.
White.
4 down. Check. 4 down.
Ready.
He's mine.
White. Set. Hey, go orange 5-4.
Following the interception here, Rivers. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Give him 30 yards there.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length. Talk about giving your team a little juice.
Oh, big time. I mean, everyone's going to be excited about that one, whether you're on the field or not. It permeates its way through the entire team, and I can't wait to see what they do on the next down.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
3 down.
Rivers now on 2nd down. And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds, 19 left.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Here we go.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, Rivers. And now here is another interception. Picked off inside the 10. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Emmanuel Ogba there on the stop. Well, as always, partner, an extreme pleasure to share a booth with you. I have to say, I am impressed at your discipline because you came here and you said you were not going to eat any of the media buffet. You made it to the end. You didn't consume a single calorie.
I appreciate that. What you missed is me going to the concession stand outside of your eyesight and getting it done that way. Look, I mean, they were serving the good stuff. I had to do it.
Oh, man, but you're svelte, in good shape, but you cheated a little bit. We'll let it slide.
I appreciate that. Always a pleasure to work with you.
So for the Bills,